Have you ever told yourself, I'll start again on Monday? Only for Monday to turn into next Monday and maybe next month? Yeah, I have been there too. If you're struggling to stay consistent with French, you keep starting and stopping, downloading apps, watching a few videos here and there, but never really making progress. I want you to know this. It is not because you're lazy, and it is definitely not because you're bad at languages. It's simply because no one taught you how to build real momentum. And so in today's video, I'm going to show you how to stop procrastinating and actually move forward in your French, even if you failed before. And if you stay till the end, I am going to share with you a personal method that I share with my students to help them stay consistent with learning French and avoid burnout. C'est parti! Bonjour, je suis Sumola, votre professeur de français. If you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. And if you're new here, thank you so much for watching today's video. The truth about procrastination. First of all, let's call it what it is. Procrastination is not laziness. It is, however, overwhelm in disguise. You feel there's so much to do, you don't know where to start, and you just keep thinking, if I cannot do it perfectly, then maybe I shouldn't do anything at all. Does that sound familiar? And guess what happens? You scroll through your phone, you binge watch something, you avoid. But the more you avoid, the more guilty you feel, and you see the cycle happening over and over and over again. So here's what I tell my students. Learning French is a marathon, not a sprint. You don't need 2 hours in a day. You need just one thing. And what is that? Consistency. I'll take it again. All you need is consistency. Even 20 minutes a day done consistently beats 3 hours once a month. Trust me. Why you're not sticking with it. So let me tell you a quick story. I once had a student, let's call her Jane. Before we ever started working together, she used to be super motivated about learning French. She downloaded every app, she took notes from every video she was watching, she bought a fancy new notebook. But within a week or two, or maybe even 3, what happened? She stopped. Not because she didn't care, not because she wasn't smart, not because she didn't have the time. It was simply because she had no system. She had no plan. And so everything felt so big and so scary to her. And so I gave her a simple rule that transformed her learning. I told her, focus on one French thing in a day. That's all. Just one French thing. One podcast listened to today, maybe one page of a book read today, or maybe even take out that same book and read out just one paragraph. Just focus on one thing in a day. And that absolutely changed everything for her. She started showing up daily, not because she was disciplined, but because the task that I gave to her was so small, it was impossible for her to say no. If I just tell you, all you need to do for me today is read a paragraph, it's going to push you to want to read more, right? But I tell her, just pick one thing in a day. Just focus on just one thing so that you're not overwhelmed and thinking, do I practice speaking today? Do I practice reading? Or let me practice the listening aspect? No, just one thing. You have more days. And I always reiterated to her that tiny habits lead to big wins. Now, I'm going to share with you my personal 3-step method to beat procrastination in French. This is a framework that I share with my students as well. So please grab your pen and paper. I will need you to write this down. It's very, very important, okay? Step 1, set a purposeful mini goal. I'll take that again. Step 1, set a purposeful mini goal. Not a perfect goal, just a minimum goal, okay? Please forget vague goals like I'm going to study for 5 minutes or I'm going to read for 10 minutes. No. You need something specific and valuable. So here are examples of purposeful mini goals that you can set. Number 1, tonight, I'll write 3 sentences in my diary about my day using the French present tense. Number 2, I'll read 1 page of Le Petit Prince and underline all the verbs in present tense. Number 3, I will listen to a 5-minute podcast and try to summarize what I understood in French. Number 4, which is very easy nowadays, I'll use ChatGPT or Google Translate to check 3 common verbs I always confuse and create a short sentence with each one. Do you see how specific and valuable that was? So let me just touch on the last part, for instance. So let's say we're thinking about 3 common verbs. You could decide to pick être and form a sentence. Je suis une fille. That's the present tense. I am a girl. You could decide to pick avoir, which is also in the present tense. And you would say, maybe you want to say, I have a book. J'ai un livre. I have a book. Do you see you form the sentence in the present tense? And let's say the last word is, I'm trying to think of one more word. The next common verb maybe you want to pick is aller, which means to go. So I could say, je vais au supermarché. Do you see? You have picked three common verbs and you have learned how to create sentences in them. These are specific and valuable. Why are they valuable? You use these verbs every single day, even in the English language. I'm going to drop off my daughter at the daycare. That is, I am going. Okay? Do you get what I mean? These aren't random. They're tied to real life use of the language. The goal is to practice intentionally. Okay? So we're done with step one. Let's check out step two. Step two is very simple. Track it visibly. So you can use a tracker, you can use a checklist, you can use a calendar. Stick it where you can see it, okay? Each check mark equals a win and the wins add up real fast. So for instance, if you decided, okay, today I'm going to do this, write down what you're going to do today. Today I'm going to go on ChatGPT and check out three common verbs. Write it down, okay? Tick it that you've done it. Yay! So write it down. Next day I'm going to do what? I'm going to practice the past tense or whatever you want to do the next day. Write it down and tick it. Anyone you haven't ticked, your brain tells you, this is still left to do. I need to make out time and make sure I get this done. Seeing your progress visually creates this dopamine effect when you're like, wow, is this really me? I'm really doing this? And now the last step in the 3-step method to beat procrastination in French is celebrate the small wins. Exactly. Celebrate the small wins. Consistency is a skill. And every day you show up, what are you doing? You're building it. You're building that skill. Celebrate it. Like, even if you just to go out and grab yourself your best ice latte or your best bubble tea or something, okay? Post it on a group you're part of. Maybe you have a group of friends that are all accountable. Like, guys, can you imagine? I finally mastered the French present tense. Oh, hey guys, can you just imagine? I listened to a 5-minute podcast in French and I understood everything. Do you know how great that is? Post it, everybody be like, wow, that's amazing. Or if you're alone and you don't want to even share, do a happy dance. Like, I'm finding so much because I remember when I finally was able to understand le subjonctif and I was ecstatic. I was like, oh my God, like there's that, I was like, what? You guys can't even tell. Like it was, finally, I got this. So yeah, celebrate those small wins. I promise it's amazing. Because the more you associate French with fun and progress, the easier it becomes. It's not about intensity, it's just about identity. You're becoming someone who speaks French every day. Now, what do you do when you fall off? Let's be real. Life happens, right? You miss a day, you miss 2, maybe you even miss 5. But don't let missing one day become quitting altogether. I remember reading this quote in a book, and I'm going to put it on the screen here so that you guys can read it. The first mistake is never the one that ruins you. It's the spiral of repeated mistakes that follows. Missing once is an accident. Missing twice is the start of a new habit. So please just tell yourself this if you ever fall off. I missed a day, not the mission. Okay, remember your mission is to learn French. So I missed a day, it's okay. Tomorrow, pick yourself up and continue. Because you don't need to restart. People have the mentality, oh my goodness, I have to start over again. No, you're just resuming. So imagine you're reading a book, right? So we have this book here. And then I start reading this book. I find out that I get to page 3. So probably I have to go into work or I go out to go grocery shopping and I leave the book at home. When I come back, do I start again from the beginning? No. I just resume, I just continue from the next page. So it's the same mindset you should have. You shouldn't tell yourself, oh, because I missed French in 3 days, I'm going to start over. No, just resume, just continue, okay? Just pick up one small action because even one small action can help you bounce back, right? Go back to your minimum goal, the minimum goal we spoke about in the beginning, and just do that. If you want to tell yourself, okay, you know what, I have now learned 3 common verbs. Let me take it up a notch and learn those verbs, maybe in past tense. Do you see? Or let me learn those verbs in another tense. Or let me even just learn 3 new verbs. You're continuing. Remember that you're closer than you think. Here's what I want you to remember. You do not need to be perfect. You just need to show up. Language learning is not about doing everything. It's about doing something consistently. And I believe you can. If you've been telling yourself, oh, I should be further along by now, I should have gotten to this, I should have gotten to that milestone, just pause. You're learning at your own pace. And what matters isn't how fast you go. It's that you keep moving forward one intentional step at a time. If you want more support on your learning journey, you can email me at hello@FrenchArena.com, okay? It's right here on the screen, hello@FrenchArena.com. I'll help you go from stuck to speaking in just a few weeks. And hey, if this video helped you, please leave a comment saying, I am ready to stop procrastinating and start speaking French today. Please make sure to like this video, subscribe, it really helps the channel, and share with anyone else who you know has started learning French, stopped tomorrow, started again another year, stopped again. This video will change how they view learning the language. Thank you for watching today's awesome video. Until I see you in the next one, bonne journée.